Shalom. Once again, all praise is honor and glory unto the Most High. Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Basham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere kin. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Basham Rakakwadash. All praises and glory is due, especially in the times that we're in. Right, so the title of the video that I'm currently playing on my screen, or that is paused on my screen, is Israel and AI. And basically, it covers some of the things that I've been going into when it comes to this current AI technology that you see Esau Edom pushing heavily, right? And I'm sure that a lot of you actually, once you saw Esau pushing this AI, you already knew that hey, it had something to do with the MOTB and subsequently the New World Order, or slash the Great Reset that Esau Edom is trying to push towards. And of course it does, because what you have is that you have this AI is going to be a very, very crucial element, a very crucial part, an important part of Esau Edom's NWO. And we are already seeing in this time, right, just to show you the gradualism towards the MOTB, the gradualism towards the New World Order. We're already seeing this AI being implemented in order to push forward Esau's wicked agenda on the earth. Okay, so you watch this video, you go into the video and you begin at the starting part, and it's basically going into how all these tech companies, your Google, your Amazon, even Linux as well, right? And that's Oracle, so I cannot Linux, Oracle, okay, Oracle, and so on and so forth, have basically been supporting Israel in its current G side in Gaza, with logistics, with military support via AI. So let me play a little bit of this video that will give you some insight and an example into how that is taking place.
Instruction, a punishment after the fact. In a remarkable statement that aged especially poorly, the Post quoted Blaise Mishtal, Vice President for Policy at the Jewish Institute for National Security of America. Technological superiority is what keeps Israel safe, he said. The faster Israel is able to identify enemy capabilities and take them off the battlefield, the shorter a war is going to be, and it will have fewer casualties. An article from Ynet News, just before October 7th, detailed the creation of a targeting directorate established 3 years prior. It is a unit comprising hundreds of officers and soldiers powered by AI capabilities. It is a machine that processes vast amounts of data faster and more effectively than any human, translating them into actionable targets.
And the main point, of course, being the part that is highlighted in green. It is a machine, speaking of the AI right now, that processes vast amounts of data faster and more effectively than any human. That's what I've been harping on, that this is the significance of AI in Esau's based system, right? In order to be used to process the vast amounts of data that will be transferred, sent to and fro, between the MOTB, right, the actual C heap, and the different servers that are controlling what the CHIP is capable of now, what it can and can't do. And that's really what this technology, okay, is being set up to do. Or just like I should say, that's really what AI is being set up to do, right? It's being set up to be the control hub for the MOTB, and really for the control hub for Esau's NWO. Because when we go into the 5G, when we go into the Internet of Things, there will be a lot of data being transferred, from one point to another, multiple machines, right, multiple devices speaking to each other. And the current technology that we have, the current processing technologies that we have, hell, even the current internet framework we have is not fast enough in order to be able to do all of that, right, to be able to handle all these data, right, in a timely manner. So basically what these devils are doing is they are trying to boost their capability, data manipulation capability, by taking control of AI. That's why you are seeing guys like Peter Thiel come out and tell you about how AI is the future, right? You're seeing all these different tech CEOs being so heavily involved in global affairs right now, right? Because this AI technology, right, Esoidom is trying to push it and refine it in order for it to be the control hub for the MOTB and also for Esoidom's Beast system, right? So I have another video I want to play, which is basically going into the same thing, but let me finish this up first, right? So the second part is says, it's then converts the data, translating them into actionable targets, right? So basically, what this AI is doing for the state of Israel, right, which is what this AI was developed for, is to basically go through all the different monitoring, all the different information that is coming out of Gaza, right? So the surveillance information, the different information that is basically being pulled out of Gaza, out of Palestine, right? The surveillance information, okay, even the information that goes into the database, your birth certificates, your licenses, and your identity, and so on and so forth, in order to be able to determine who is a target, who is Hamas, who is a terrorist, and so on and so forth, right? And then delivers that data over to the actual IDF members that will, that will basically approve or execute the strike that will dispatch anybody that is suspected, quote unquote, of being a terrorist or being involved with Hamas, right? So that is the same way in which this AI technology will work in the source-based system, where it will be the one that is processing and looking through the vast amounts of data, right? All the different information and data that all you people all over the world, because what ESO is planning to put the seed on billions of people, okay, and it's not going to be human beings that will have to basically process and look through all that data in order to identify who is going to get his CHIP turned off today, who is going to get his CHIP turned back on today, who is going to have this or that happen to them, who is going to lose access to certain subscriptions because they have not yet paid in time, right? And that's where the CHIP itself comes in, right? The buying and selling, the transactions and the purchases, because just like you see with Apple Pay as well, okay, because this is also dealing with money, and that's why you see that these tech CEOs have become more prominent in this kingdom, because they are the ones that are setting up the major infrastructure in the form of the MOTB, in the form of the 5G and Internet of Things, and in the form of the AI and Neuralink as well, in order for Esau Edom's agenda to be made a success. Okay. Now, like I was saying, you get what's probably going to happen with the C, right? It's just predicting it to be similar to Apple Pay, where when it's time for a subscription to go, because you can already imagine that all these services that are on your CHIP, right? All these blessings that Esau Edom keeps telling you people out there in the world about, that the reason why you should get a CHIP is because you'll be able to unlock and open every door. You have your wallet and information all in a safe place, right? But what the devils won't tell you is that all that will have to come with a subscription-based service, like everything else in this kingdom already comes with, right? You want to have access to your own keys that you own. You think you own that. You forgot what Carl Schwab's and the WAF are talking about. You will own nothing and be happy. You will be in your 5-minute cities, your smart cities, eating bugs and alternative beyond meat, human meat, right? And that's basically the plans that Esau Edom has for you people of the world. So like I was saying, right? Basically, in order to even access your own keys for your house, for your car, and for all the freedom for your office as well, that's a subscription, right? The medical records that you are going to have stored in your CHIP, that's a subscription. Hell, even the storage that is going to be used in order to keep all this information in your CHIP, that's a subscription, right? So Esau is going to be constantly debiting you in your wallet, even your wallet as well, you're going to have in your CHIP in order to, that's a subscription as well. And like I said, this is just speaking as a man, right? Because as the scriptures say, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, so we know how these devils operate, and we know what these devils are capable of, okay? So that's basically how promos like this is going to work. And in order for all that information to be able to pass through, what subscriptions are available for you, how long before your subscriptions expire, when to send notifications to remind you that your subscriptions have expired, when to block access to those subscriptions when it does expire, when to open back access to those subscriptions when they have been, repaid for and reactivated, right? All that will be handled by AI. Okay, so AI is going to be the central hub for the beast system, for the MOT system, and that's why AI is so relevant now to play the next video. Okay, and like I said, we already see that in this illustration, in this video right here. This video is from GDF official, okay, Israel and AI, and basically showing you how Israel interacts with AI and how AI and these tech companies, right, are also complicit in the war, or so like I should say, the genocide, the genocide that's currently going on between the state of Israel and Gaza, right? But this is just, but that's just the beginning, okay? This is just a sample of how things are going to go when it's going on in this in Gaza, because I've been meditating on that for a while, about how, basically the situation in Gaza is just an example of how the elites want the rest of the world to be controlled, right? Where basically the whole of humanity is cornered off into this one region, which is, I believe that's I forget the exact region it is in Gaza, right? But the whole world is cornered into this one region, and they have full control over your lives in that position. Okay, and of course, most likely, I think the apostles have probably mentioned this as well, that this when Esau starts pushing out this sea heap, they're going to start with Gaza, of course. Start people putting the sea heaps on these Gaza and these people out there, right? Because they're already using that AI technology to basically monitor those people. And that's also where Palantir comes in, because all or the role Palantir plays is this exact same thing, right? Surveillance systems, and now it is integrating AI into its surveillance systems. So you're going to have facial recognition, right? You're going to have the ability to basically, or the AI to basically have access to multiple databases in order to give an accurate profile of you, right? And that's the reason why you see that these a lot of these tech companies are basically being run by the CIA. I think in a past video I went into the CIA and how it's basically funded Facebook, and it's also behind funding a lot of these tech firms that exist, because the CIA has its very own um, basically a asset management firm, right? So it has its own hedge company that basically buys up shares and stocks in other corporations, right? So let's play the next video, which is this one right here, and this is from a major demon, okay? And I believe this is the CEO or the founder of Oracle, okay? Which Oracle is basically another tech company, and they are in charge of as like I should say they created the Java. I believe it's a Java format, right? An application Java application format, right? And they are also the ones that recently purchased TikTok from the Chinese or Taiwanese or Singaporean. I forget which nationality the CEO of TikTok is, right? They recently purchased TikTok from him. And as soon as they purchased TikTok from that guy, man, to show you that Esau Edom is the devil, you have instant censorship, right? This devil didn't waste no time. Instant censorship. The next thing you are hearing about is how anything you see about the state of Israel now, it becomes, I know, yeah, I'm going to save that for another video, right? Where you have instant censorship. But this is what he has to say about AI, and you have to bear with me. The video is not properly oriented, so you have to bear with me with for that.
This will be on their best behavior, because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior, because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here.
And you thought the Patriot Act was bad. That's where Palantir comes in. This is where he as well, okay, Larry Ellison as well comes in, right? Because these guys are trying to push this AI heavy on the earth, right? And are also trying to use this AI to be more, to have more, basically they're trying to push this AI to be able to monitor the actions of you people out here, right? So the social credit system that's coming in, right? Your all the whole idea of the whole idea of free speech and freedom of this or freedom of the press, and though that's all coming to an end, man, because these devils are already started cracking down on any speech that they don't agree with, and anything they are saying online can and will get you arrested. You can just look towards the UK to show you an example of that. So yeah, expect Esau Edom to, as the scriptures say, and as we expect from this devil, right? So let's get this in the book of Revelation. So this is the book of Revelation 12, verse 12, because that's what we're seeing right now, the chronicles of this devil. Okay. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's exactly why you see this devil out here, spewing this nonsense right here, trying to warm or soften your heart towards AI. That yeah, they are going to have a surveillance state. Yeah, the AI is going to make it so that to be more difficult for people to break the law. Of course, they will mention the parts where they are the ones that will be in full control of the AI, and they will also be above, whatever the AI catches them doing. Case in point, Elon Musk and his little XAI, and we see how corrupt he is, right? And we see how much of a devil that he is when it comes to that XAI, and how biased towards him that AI is. So let's keep playing this.
The cars have cameras on them. All right, I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI,
and that's also why you see recently that a lot of applications, right? A lot of software have started implementing AI into their software. Then you open up WhatsApp got Meta AI. Every Google system has Google AI now, right? Twitter has XAI. Pretty soon, TikTok is going to probably put its own AI as well. YouTube is probably going to implement a AI system as well, right? Damn near every system right now is starting to implement AI into their systems, and the reason why is for monitoring. Okay, of course they will say that, oh no, it's actually for an AI assistant to make things easier, and that's the usual deception, right? That Esau Edom pushes. And that's how Esau Edom, right? That's the tricks and the tactics that Esau Edom uses